next will be for council houses. So see what she's got. So the kind of movement report was says it was quite nice for the paper as presented, moved and seconded, and you're going to table and members will be table members to
I'll be on that paper.
Members know that.
Okay, so Councillor Forson, you want to use the paper?
Yeah, thanks, Chair. I will move the paper. I suppose based on the information that we've been given and the guidance that we've been given, I think councillors have to be clear about what we've been asked to vote on today, and that is, as a levy payer, whether we support the Allover's proposals as set out in the published business plan. This is the same as every other levy payer within the town centre, and the council has a single vote, the same as every other business. The council's vote holds no more or no less influence than any other business. There have been a number of Allow Town Centre bid ballots that I'm aware of, and I suppose in every single one of these there's been mixed views and contentious issues. But in agreeing to establish the bid in 2008, it was agreed to abide by the democratic decision of the majority of levy payers, and this ballot runs on the exact same premise. The bid is governed by a board, and we've had discussions around that this morning, in which any business who is a levy payer can join, although it's been on the council. The board is responsible for making decisions on behalf of the bid and developing a business plan. The activities carried out by the bid are laid out in the report. I'm not going to repeat this, although I do have some concerns I want to voice about some of the terminology used, in particular free services. I would suggest that none of the services are free, they're paid for by levy payers, and I think that needs to be highlighted. I do appreciate that not every levy payer benefits directly from the services of the bid, but I do feel that there are indirect benefits to the town and the overall Clackmannanshire. As well as being a levy payer to the current tune of £9,360 a year, Clackmannanshire Council has also supported the bid over the last 5 years with financial support of around £50,000. This has helped to deliver initiatives and events that would otherwise not have taken place. In addition, being able to demonstrate strong partnership working, we have collectively attracted funding to enhance projects such as the Allow Hub and the Primrose Street development under the wider banner of the Living Allow project. This has regenerated parts of the town, which I think everyone would agree needs regeneration, and it's something that the council could not have done alone. Last year, the Living Allow project won an award which saw Allow named as the most improved town in Scotland, and I think that's something we can all be proud of. It's questionable that this investment would have been able to take place if a bid was not in place, because funders these days require strong partnership working before they'll even consider applications. Over the process of the last few weeks, I've been contacted by one business in relation to the current ballot process, and the main concern from that business was around the proposed levy increase. The details of the levy increase are laid out in the paper, and the business who contacted me believes that the levy increase is disproportionate, and I can appreciate these concerns, which can't be discounted in the current economic circumstances. However, what's also pointed out in the paper is that the bid levy has remained the same for over 15 years, and this too must be considered. I do feel that the consultation carried out by the bids could have been more explicit in the proposed levy increase, and this may have encouraged a more timorous response from those businesses concerned about that increase, rather than after deadlines had passed. I do also think that there could have been wider consultation, particularly with the council and councillors in relation to the business plans, and I certainly am a tad uncomfortable about being asked to make decisions on a business plan that's not been fully scrutinised by the council and allowed us to weigh up the benefits. I do find it a bit strange, and I know I've raised this previously with the Chief Executive, that there are cases, in fact most cases, officers do give recommendations to councillors, because we are lay people, we are not experts in many of these fields. We do have to work within the confines of the legislative system, which is not set in this place, but by a higher legislation, and perhaps we should reflect on this and provide feedback when appropriate. So the question we have to consider today is how to cast our vote as a levy payer. There has been suggestions that the council should abstain from this, but we are a levy payer and we're entitled to vote, and I don't want to shy away from what could be difficult or contentious decisions. I wasn't elected to abstain from these. I look forward to the debate around the chamber today before casting the vote. I also want to mention a wee bit about the governance just before I finish. I think we've ended up here today because there was a lack of governance when we started to question the position moving forward. And there was been many questions or conversations between myself and the Chief Executive, between Councillor Holden, between other members, and that's why the paper is here today. Otherwise, this decision would have been taken under delegated authority as it's done in previous years. So I think it says a lot that we've brought paper here today. I know that in some areas there are elected members on the board and they're much more involved in the direction and the setting of the steer. For example, in South Lanarkshire there are 4 council members on one board, and they're there in an advisory capacity, but they are much more involved. And actually, if we've had elected members on the board, then there's been a bit more of an informed discussion around here today. So I'm looking forward to the debate and just proposing the paper on that basis.
Councillor, something to say?
Second recommendation that we make a contribution to the levy. We've got one vote, and that's the way that this issue has been framed in terms of our contribution. I believe over the years our first has done a lot of good things for the town centre, which wouldn't normally be being provided because they're non-statutory functions. Things like the provision of CPD and the collection of waste paper. I remember at one point there was a common removal machine, all the different events that they hold. I think our debate has highlighted quite a number of issues, and like many members around this table have had representations from individual businesses as well as reps themselves, and it's fair to say that's fairly balanced. I do have some sympathy for the position that small businesses are within. The other issue that I feel as a levy payer, very often the role of the council isn't well promoted, just as some of the achievements of the bid. As for instance, I myself have often said that the bid, and it's not providing the Christmas lighting, and the council has no involvement in that. And in fact, we are making a contribution to that through our levy and other issues that we do, such as road closures. So in my mind, we need to recast our relationship with the bid in terms of the promotion of what we do and the involvement in that. And other additional thing that has really been highlighted to me, it's not just our potential lack of representation on the board, which we have to apply for, like other businesses, and I believe there's an amendment coming along in the lines, but it's really in relation to the governance which we have delegated to officers. But it's fair to say that governance has been poor, particularly in the reporting of the business plan back to the council and informing the business plan the implications that has for the levy to the council, and our dual role that we have both as a levy holder and the veto rights that we have. In this particular bidding round, these opportunities have been removed from us because of that poor governance stage. I do hope that this is a learning lesson for us in the next bidding round if the business is approved and they continue for a further 4 years. We do need to make sure that in the next business levy round comes round and the business plans are formed up and are properly reported to this council, that we have a proper debate on the levy charges that have been talked about, and that we look at our responsibilities under the veto arrangements as well as our normal voting rights as a levy holder. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you. I understand that we've got amendments to be submitted. We also have an opportunity to look at the one proposal, Councillor Hanson. I'm going to ask for a further adjournment for 10 minutes to allow also to have a conversation with the relevant parties to see if we can bring some further comfort to the working around the amendment before it's presented. So we can adjourn until 1 o'clock.